Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about special theory of relativity. ഈ ഒരു ചാപ്റ്ററിൽ സ്പെഷ്യൽ തിയറി ഓഫ് റിലേറ്റിവിറ്റിയിൽ നമുക്ക് കവർ ചെയ്യാനുള്ള പോർഷൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒന്ന് ഈതർ ഹൈപ്പോത്തസിസ്, അതുപോലെ മൈക്കൽസൺ മോർലി എക്സ്പെരിമെന്റ്, പോസ്റ്റുലേറ്റ്സ് ഓഫ് സ്പെഷ്യൽ തിയറി, ലോറൻസ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫോർമേഷൻ ഇക്വേഷൻ ആൻഡ് length contraction, time dilation and twin paradox. Also variation of mass with velocity and mass energy relation, momentum energy relation. Let's go through an introduction. The theory of relativity was formulated by Einstein at the beginning of 20th century. Later it was stated on a firm mathematical basis by Minkowski. Space, time and mass are the primary quantities in mechanics. Einstein's theory called relativity. In this theory, the primary quantities are only relative but not absolute. The theory directly contradicts with fundamental concept of classical and Newtonian mechanics. So now we'll go through the either hypothesis. We know a material medium is necessary for the propagation of light. And Huygens' theory proposed light is a form of transverse wave motion. Physicists postulated the existence of a hypothetical medium for the transmission of light. It's called as ether. Light propagates through ether as the sound wave propagates through air. Light wave thus were a result of vibration of ether particles. The properties are all pervading, universal, continuous and stationary, and which is having very large elasticity and extremely large density. Newton assumed a fixed frame of reference ether in which light travels with velocity 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Now let's go through a problem. Two light pulses are emitted in the opposite directions from a source at rest. What is the speed of one light pulse as measured from the other? Solution. Let the rest frame S be attached to the source and the moving frame S dash be attached with the pulse moving along X direction. The velocity of light pulse with respect to S, that is Ux is equal to minus C. Negative sign comes since the observed light pulse is moving in the negative X direction. Velocity of S dash frame is V, that is equal to C. The velocity of the observed light pulse with respect to S dash U dash X is equal to Ux minus V. That is U dash X is equal to minus C, that is minus 2C. Negative sign shows that pulse is moving along negative X direction. From the result, we can say that the observed velocity of light pulse is different in different frames. It violates the second postulate of relativity, that the velocity of light is constant in vacuum. Galilean transformation equations are not suitable to apply to fast moving particle when the velocity is equal to the velocity of light. A frame fixed in the ether medium could be considered as an absolute frame. We can say a frame fixed in the ether medium could be considered as an absolute frame. It is related to this absolute frame fixed in the ether medium. The velocity of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. If this is true, the velocity of light related to frame which is moving with velocity plus or minus v related to either should be c is equal to c0 plus or minus v, or c0 is the velocity of light. Now a comparison between ether and velocity of light. Earth has a speed of 3 into 10 raised to 4 meter per second. If the velocity of light is measured by sending a light beam in the direction of earth motion, it should be c minus v. And if the velocity is measured by sending a beam in the opposite direction of earth motion, it should be c plus v. In order to confirm the presence of either, the scientists have performed Michelson-Morley experiment. We know Earth around Sun with a velocity v is equal to 30 km per second. Assume that the ether through which light is propagated with a velocity c is equal to 3 into 10 raised to meter per second is at rest. Then the Earth passes through this stationary ether with a speed of v is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 4 meter per second. If a beam of light is sent from the source on the Earth in the direction of motion of Earth, its velocity must be c minus v. If the light is allowed to travel a distance L, the time of travel is t1 is equal to L divided by c minus v. Considering the opposite direction of motion, the velocity is equal to c plus v and the time taken will be equal to t2 is equal to L divided by c plus v. Now we can say that from equation 1, t1 is equal not is equal to t2. So the purpose of this experiment is to measure the time difference. The experiments are conducted by this famous scientist Michelson and Morley. This figure demonstrates the experimental setup. We have a laser source and two mirrors, one is M1 and M2. Here one beam splitter is fitted and we can see the interference pattern in the viewing screen. Note, the actual interference pattern will almost probably more irregular and show less fringes. Let's come to the experimental arrangement. Here we have two mirrors, one mirror M1, another mirror M2. A telescope is fixed to move to view the interference pattern. We have source here. The specialty of the source is it is monochromatic. The glass plate fixed here is semi-silvered glass plate and inclination angle is 45 degree. And what will happen when a light is emitted from the source? It will be partially reflected and partially transmitted by this glass plate. The transmitted part will reach M2 and return back to the point. Also, the reflected part will reach M1 and it will reach the point again. So we can say after reflection and refraction, they get reflected back to P. The two beams return to P recombined to produce interference pattern which I have shown in the previous figure. And we can say PM1 and PM2 is L, which is equally distant. So we can see this experiment in two parts. First, this one, that's a light source is transmitted to M2 and returned back to M1. The time taken by the light source to move from P to M2 and return back to M2 to P can be given as T1 is equal to L by Cv plus L divided by C plus V. Solving, we will get T1 is equal to 2L divided by C into 1 minus V square by C square. Using binomial series expansion, we will get T1 is equal to 2L by C into 1 plus V square by C square. ഈ സ്ലൈഡിൽ നമ്മൾ റിഫ്ലക്റ്റ് ചെയ്തു പോയ റേനെ പറ്റിയാണ് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. നമുക്കറിയാം റിഫ്ലക്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത റേ പി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ പോയിന്റിൽ നിന്ന് ആക്ച്വലി M1 എന്നുള്ള മിററിൽ പോയി റിഫ്ലക്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് തിരിച്ചു വരണമായിരുന്നു. ബട്ട് ഈ എർത്ത് റൊട്ടേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ M എന്നുള്ള മിറർ കുറച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞ് നോക്കുമ്പോൾ M1' എന്നുള്ള പൊസിഷനിലേക്ക് മാറിയിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ ആ റേ നേരെ പോയി അവിടെ പോയി റിഫ്ലക്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് തിരിച്ചു വരികയല്ല ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ആ ഷോ ഇൻ ദ ഫിഗർ പിയിൽ നിന്ന് M1' പോയി തട്ടി P' നമുക്ക് സെലക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. So that time also we have to calculate. So from the figure P M1' is equal to P n square plus n M1 square നമുക്ക് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റും, raised to half. Or we can write P n square is equal to Vt2 by 2 square plus n M1 square is equal to L square raised to half. So now we'll get P M1' P' is equal to എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ റേ ടോട്ടലായിട്ട് ട്രാവൽ ചെയ്ത ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 2 into L square V square T2 square by 4 raised to half. As this ray travel at right angles to the direction of earth motion, its velocity is unaffected by earth motion because the speed of beam is c itself. So we can write c T2 is equal to 2 into L square plus V square T2 square by 4 raised to half by squaring c square T2 square is equal to 4L square plus V square T2 square. T2 square into c minus V is equal to 4L square, or T2 is equal to 12 divided by c square minus V square raised to half. Otherwise T2 is equal to 12 by c into 1 minus V square by c square raised to minus 1 by 2. So T2 is equal to 12 by c 1 plus V square by 2 c square. Combining equations 9 and 21, we will get delta T is equal to T1 minus T2. Actually നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ ടൈം ഡിഫറൻസ് ഉണ്ടോ, ഇതാണ് നമ്മൾ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. Delta T is equal to 12 by c into 1 plus V square by c square plus 12 by c 1 plus V square by 2 c square, or 12 by c is equal to V square by c square. Delta T is equal to LV square by c cube. നമുക്ക് കിട്ടിയ ടൈം ഡിഫറൻസ് T1 minus T2 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് LV square by c cube ആണ്. The optical path difference between two beams can be given as delta is equal to c delta T, that is equal to LV square by c square. We know for a path difference delta, the number of fringes shift will be n is equal to delta by lambda. 25 എന്നുള്ള ഇക്വേഷനിൽ സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ n is equal to LV square by c square lambda. If the path difference between two interfering waves changes by lambda, there is a shift of one fringe across the crossfire in the field of view. Now the whole apparatus is rotated through 90 degree so that the arm PM1 is parallel to the direction of earth motion. This introduces additional path difference of same amount. So n is equal to 2 into LV square by c square lambda, that is equation number 29. The result of the experiment is, in the experiment conducted by Michelson-Borley, no such fringe shift was observed. Thus the result of the experiment was negative. We can conclude that there is no either medium which is stationary with respect to earth. This indicates that relative velocity between the earth and ether is zero. Velocity of light is invariable and remains constant in all directions. Michelson became the first American to receive Nobel Prize. Thank you.